In December 2022, Romanian authorities made headlines when they seized all of Tristan Tate's entire cars, a freaking fleet of 17 super expensive vehicles, as part of their investigation into alleged human trafficking and organized crime. Among the confiscated cars were one of 60 Bugatti Chiron Pursport ever made, a Ferrari 811 Superfast, a McLaren 765 LT, and multiple Mercedes G-Wagons. So, how did Tate retaliate? Well, he mocked the police on Twitter, joking that they had to carefully cover his cars to avoid damaging them and bragging that they had no evidence. Still, while under house arrest, he flaunted a new Porsche just to taunt them. Anyway, since we all know he owns some Bugattis and Ferrari, let's check out some of the other crazy cars he owns. Believe me, you'll be surprised. Let's start things off with Tristan Tate's Aston Martin Vantage S, the very first Aston Martin he got. With its custom fighter plate, this car was worth around $150,000, more than 6 times the price of a Honda CR-V. Anyway, let's get to the nitty-gritty. Tristan's Vantage S runs on a 4.7-liter V8 that produces around 430 horsepower and launches its wheels from 0 to 60 in just 4.5 seconds. The transmission is a 7-speed automated manual that shifts with way more precision than a sniper's trigger pull. Oh, and for top speed, it did an easy 189 miles an hour. Outside, the Vantage S has quite a lot to it, including carbon fiber splitters, aggressive side sills, and a really sharp diffuser. On the inside, it did pretty good too, especially with its modern cockpit fit, leather sports seats, and a dashboard with really polished controls and a central tachometer. The infotainment system wasn't bad either, featuring Aston Martin's in-house system with rotary dial control, which has access to navigation, media, and settings. Sadly though, this car didn't come around during the touchscreen era, so it didn't have one. Still on tech, the Vantage used different yet customizable suspension modes, including normal, sport, and track modes. There was also a dynamic stability control, or DSC, which helped with better grip and a hydraulic steering system. So yeah, it's kinda worth the $150,000 Tristan lavished on it. After all, it was his first Aston Martin. Our next car, Tristan's Aston Martin DBS Superleggera, actually has quite the story to its acquisition. It happens that after seeing the Superleggera in the No Time to Die movie, Tristan got so obsessed with it that in a matter of weeks, he got one for himself. The Superleggera, originally dark grey, went through quite the customizations, first to pearlescent white, then to a wild red. Tristan also gave the interior a bit of makeover, especially with the diamond-stitched brown leather. But let's leave all the fanciness. What does the Superleggera have to offer? For engine, there is a 5.2-liter twin-turbo V12 that gives out an outstanding 715 horsepower output and around 663 pound-feet of torque. With these, the car can accelerate from 0 velocity to 60 in just 3.2 seconds, putting up a maximum speed of 211 miles per hour. Actually, this car was Aston Martin's fastest Grand Tourer for a good long while. Considering it raced at a very high speed, Aston Martin Motors fitted it with an 8-speed automatic transmission and a rear-wheel drive to keep the drive all smooth. There is also an adaptive damping system that adjusts to road conditions, really important since the Tates brothers both love crazy speed. The exterior, made by Aston Martin's design team, led by Marek Reichman, had the stance of a muscle car, a carbon fiber bodywork, and a distinctive front grille. Inside, the cabin has hand-stitched leather, Alcantara accents, and a customizable lighting system. The seats are particularly designed for long drives, and the steering wheel, wrapped in premium leather, bears a good number of controls. Tech-wise, the Superleggera uses a Bang & Olufsen sound system, an 8-inch infotainment screen that supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a digital dashboard with real-time performance metrics, and a heads-up display that projects info onto the windshield. For safety, there are advanced driver aids, including adaptive cruise control and carbon ceramic brakes. Oh, and for futuristic touches, Aston Martin chipped in a keyless entry and 360-degree camera system. Tristan got his Superleggera for around $300,000, though the customizations he fitted it with added an extra $100,000 or so. Today, its price could go as high as $450,000. So yeah, you've got to have over $500,000 lying around before you can think of buying this car. Before we go on, please give us a like and hit the subscribe button. Also comment on the celebrities garage you want us to do next. Aston Martin number 3, Tristan's Vanquish S. He got this car in 2017, and we've got to say that he loves it a bit too much. The original Vanquish appeared many times as James Bond's car, especially in the 2002 Die Another Day movie, when it came complete with cloaking technology and missiles. And yeah, the Vanquish S was what led to Aston Martin's DBS series. I really don't want to believe that Tristan also got this car, because he saw it in a movie. Anyway, let's get talking. Like the Superleggera, the Vanquish S exterior was worked on by Aston Martin's Marek Reichman, who fitted it with similar carbon fiber accents, a redesigned front splitter, and a huge rear diffuser. For a sportier look, they gave it quad exhaust tailpipes, 20-inch 10-spoke alloy wheels, and of course, Aston Martin's signature light blade styling. Inside, the cabin has just the perfect mix of hand-stitched leather, Alcantara, and polished metal finishes. The seats, with the Aston Martin Wings logo, have controls for heating and ventilation, and there is a dual-zone climate control. Aston Martin also added a keyless entry and start, power-folding mirrors, and memory seat settings. For engine, the car comes with a 5.9-litre V12 and an 8-speed Touchtronic 3 automatic transmission that all produce 580 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. Using these, it runs up to 60 in just 3.5 seconds and has a smooth top speed of 201 miles per hour. For tech, the Vanquish S uses a premium Bang & Olufsen sound system, with the infotainment system including a high-resolution 6.5-inch LCD screen, an AMI3 infotainment interface with navigation, Bluetooth and smartphone integration, satellite navigation with real-time traffic updates, and USB and iPod connectivity. The digital instrument cluster bears real-time performance data, and the steering wheel has controls for audio, cruise, and drive modes. For safety features, the Vanquish S is loaded with some advanced braking tech, including carbon ceramic discs, front and rear parking sensors, a rear view camera, an electronic stability control ESC system, anti-lock braking system, and, just to be sure you're wheeling with the right pressure, a tire pressure monitoring system. When Tate acquired the Vanquish S, it was priced at around $300,000. Today, well-maintained models could go for around $200,000, though customized versions could be up to $400K. Aston Martin number 4, the DB12. When Tristan's DB12 was first seen in Bucharest in late 2023, it caused a huge level of paparazzi gaga, like big time. For one thing, he was one of the first owners of this British Grand Tourer in Romania. Now the DB12 uses a wild 4-litre twin-turbo V8 that was developed in partnership with Mercedes. This generated over 671 horsepower and a sick 590 pounds-feet of torque, pushing the wheels from 0 to 60 in just 3.5 seconds and to a maximum speed of 202 miles per hour. To be fair, the exterior of the DB12 was really just a show-off by Aston Martin. For starters, the vehicle had a wider stance and more aggressive lines than its predecessor, the DB11. The body has an aluminum construction to help decrease its weight and increase its rigidity. Inside, also crafted by Marek Reichman, is all wrapped in bridge of Weir leather with bespoke stitching patterns and offers a 2+2 seating configuration. Tate went for the carbon fiber trim package and contrasting green stitching that matched the exterior. Apparently, he wanted to match his persona. For tech, the centerpiece is a new 10.25-inch infotainment system powered by a completely redesigned interface and abandoning the older Mercedes-sourced system for proprietary software. It also boasts a 1,170-watt Bowers and Wilkins surround sound system with 15 speakers, delivering quality audio throughout the cabin. The driver has a 10.25-inch digital instrument cluster in front of him, one that can be customized to display any preferred information. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard, along with navigation and over-the-air update capability. It also has advanced driver assistance systems, including adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and a 360-degree camera system. The cockpit tech continues with a redesigned center console that includes haptic feedback controls, ambient lighting with 64 color options, and a new steering wheel with touch-sensitive controls for the vehicle functions. For passengers, dual-zone climate control, heated and ventilated seats, and wireless charging pads help with comfort. When Tate purchased his DB12 in late 2023, The price was just sitting at $245,000. But with his customizations, the final price was likely around $300,000. Today, a well-maintained DB12 without any issues could be worth between $250,000 and $350,000. For Tristan's fifth Aston Martin, the Aston Martin Valhalla. Named after the Norse Hall of Warriors we all know, the Valhalla is actually one of the best Aston Martin monsters you can find. Sadly, this was one of the cars that got seized by the Romanian police. But yeah, he got it back. Powered by a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 and paired with dual electric motors, the Valhalla runs with a combined 937 horsepower and 738 pound-feet of torque. Its hybrid setup pushes from 0 to 60 in just 2.5 seconds, owning a top speed of 217 miles per hour. Oh, and for transmission, there is an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission that makes gear shifts really fast and super smooth. Again designed by Aston Martin's design chief Marek Reichman, the Valhalla has sharp lines, massive rear diffuser, and dihedral doors. Inside, the cabin has carbon fiber seats all wrapped in premium leather, Alcantara, and customizable lighting. For infotainment, there is a 10.25-inch central touchscreen with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a premium 12 to 14 speaker Bang & Olufsen sound system. The digital cockpit includes a heads-up display and a configurable driver's screen with real-time performance data. Advanced driver aids like carbon ceramic brakes, torque vectoring, and multiple driving modes, including a full electric option, helps keep the car almost as smart as Einstein. Tristan's model includes customizations like a more enhanced connectivity for his devices and some personalized drive settings. For a car this nice, you'd expect that he'd pay millions for it. Well, almost. The Valhalla is priced at around $800,000 today, with some models going for up to $900,000. Might as well find one for $1 million. We've got 2 more cars on the list, so let's talk about Tristan Tate's Porsche 911 Carrera. Modified with a Tech Art body kit and wrapped in Nardo Grey, the 992 Carrera 4S will forever remain one of Porsche's best set of wheels. In the engine area sits a 3-liter twin-turbo engine that delivers around 443 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque. Tate's version, however, is tuned to 510 horsepower, hitting the speedometer's 60 in just 3.2 seconds, and with a top speed of 191 miles per hour. It used an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission for gear shifts, and its all-wheel drive system is just perfect for winding roads or wet surfaces. The Tech Art kit helped with wider fenders, a redesigned front splitter, and a rear diffuser, all formed from carbon fiber. Inside, the cabin is covered in black leather upholstery with contrast stitching, heated 18-way adjustable seats, and a GT Sport steering wheel. Tech is a whole other deal for this car. Its 10.9-inch touchscreen infotainment system sits at the center, providing Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a premium Burmester sound system with 13 speakers. The dashboard includes a customizable Sport Chrono display, connectivity extending to 4G LTE Wi-Fi, wireless charging, and Porsche's Track Precision app. The car also has advanced driver aids like adaptive cruise control, night vision assist, and Porsche ceramic composite brakes. Originally valued at $130,000, Tate's customized Carrera 4S is now valued at around $150,000. Auction price though, it will be worth more than twice that price. Finally, let's talk about the oldest car Tristan owns, a bright red 1979 Lada 1500. Nicknamed the Russian supercar, Tristan bought it primarily to troll the valets in Romania. And let's be frank, the sight of a valet hesitating before parking the boxy Soviet-era sedan never gets old. Described as Tristan Tate's red Lada, the car is a classic in ex-Soviet countries like Armenia and Russia, where the VAZ-2103, its original designation, was a common sight. The Lada 1500 runs a 1.5-liter inline-4 that provides a modest 75 horsepower and 83 pound-feet of torque to the wheels. Its top speed barely hits 90 miles per hour, and it's a little lazy on acceleration compared to modern standards. The engine, designed by VAZ in collaboration with Fiat, is simple but nearly indestructible, something both Tate brothers love. Like almost all 1970s sedans, the exterior has sharp lines, chrome accents, and a Fiat 124 boxy silhouette crafted by Soviet engineers. For tech, the car still has its original AM/FM radio, but Tate installed a hidden modern Bluetooth speaker system to allow him play music wirelessly. The dashboard is totally analog, with large, easy-to-read gauges. There is no touchscreen, but Tate added a discrete phone mount for navigation. When Tate bought the Lada, it cost him just a few $1,000s. Today, well-preserved models can fetch up to $10,000, especially for one like Tate's. Unlike supercars he owns, the Lada requires very little maintenance, so it's definitely not too bad for a long road trip. If you liked this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so we can update you on all our upcoming content. Also, comment what celebrity car collection you want us to do next. We'll catch you in the next one.